Day 18 ng impeachment, and after 450 million pesos, andito pa rin tayo. Ito po si Attorney Mike Operario. Pag-usapan natin ng mga naganap sa Senado kaninang umaga at hapon. At kanina nga, impresenta ng prosecution sa hostile witness again itong si ASEC Lemuel Ortoño ng Office of the Vice President. And kahapon sinabi ko na ang pagpepresenta ng mga hostile witnesses is a double-edged strategy. You know, pwedeng it may work in your favor or against you. In this particular case, I think again this strategy to call a hostile witness for the prosecution did not do them any good. Number one, mula umaga hanggang hapon, ASEC Ortoño was made to answer questions that are answerable by yes or no. Kung titignan mo, papakinggan mo yung kanyang mga tanong at tila ba parang nako-corner nila si ASEC Ortoño at meron silang punto talaga dito na gustong mangyari. At mamaya marireveal ko yun sa inyo doon sa dulo. Kung titingnan mo by, yung sa itsura lang niya, parang the prosecution has got Ortoño cornered. Kasi lahat ng tanong, puro answerable lang by yes or no. The problem with this is this. Ang tinatanong kay Ortoño ay mga tungkol sa mga dokumento that are already contained in the COA report. And these are already testified to by previous witnesses. And this is the same COA report that is not yet final, that is still subject to appeal. So, ngayon, they're trying to get it out into the open na make it appear na parang orchestrated yung nangyari, yung paggastos ng pondo in 11 days, 125 million, yung pakawala ng mga resibo. All of these things have already been discussed doon sa mga previous witnesses. I don't know why they have to call Ortoño, but this is the dangerous thing about calling a hostile witness, because hindi mo yan kontrolado, hindi mo yan testigo. That is a witness na ang interest ay against you. So, ang strategy mo dito is you have to wait until this witness commits a mistake. And they were hoping na yung pagtatanong na ito mula umaga hanggang hapon is supposed to push this witness to the brink of committing an error that will jeopardize yung interest ni Sara Duterte. But I don't think they were able to obtain that. That's why ito yung nangyari. Doon sa bandang dulo, hindi na nakatiis itong prosecution witness kasi ang gusto nila dito ay palabasin na puro palpak at orchestrated or engineered or may architect dito sa pagwawaldas ng pera na ito ng mga confidential funds. At dahil hindi nyo ma-extract yung sagot na yan mula dito sa testigo, siya na ang nagsabi, yung prosecution lawyer, at sinabi na nga niya na si Sara Duterte ang mastermind ng scam na ito at parang ang dahilan kaya nila nilinya kunyari itong lahat ng mali dito sa proseso na ito as cited by COA is to point the blame eventually to Sara Duterte as the one who is responsible dito sa lahat ng mga kapalpakan na ito dito sa mga reports ng Office of the Vice President. But the defense objected to it eventually, at they were reminded by the presiding officer, si Chis Escudero, again, repeatedly, pang ilang warning nito sa kanila, to avoid yung paggamit ng ganulong mga terminolohiya. At pati na nga si Senator Alan Peter Cayetano stood up to remind both parties to refrain sa paggamit ng ganitong mga salita. Because very clearly, as I have been saying, ito rin ang sinasabi ngayon ni Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, itong proceedings na to is not designed for them. It is designed for you and me. Tayong mga nanonood, kung may nanonood pa. Ilan na nga lang ang nanonood. Tinitingnan ko yung mga viewership sa social media. it's not getting higher, ano? It's getting lower and lower, as in talagang nawawala ng interest ang mga tao. But one of the reasons why nawawala ng interest sa mga tao is because of the manner by which the evidence for the prosecution is being presented. Wala talaga silang malinaw na ebidensya, and now they are on the lowest of the low, because now they are waiting for the hostile witnesses to commit a mistake. Doon naka-anchor ang kanilang presentation of evidence. But that is dangerous, because what if the witness doesn't commit a mistake? So, as in this case, tingin ko, si Ortonio was not able to commit any major mistake dito sa kanyang mga sinasabi, because he was willing to tell the truth and he was just telling facts. Ang pinaka-telling nga dito, bakit sila Chika ay hindi ini-issue ng sampina? I have a different theory for that, but I will reserve that in another video that we will do. But what is telling for the prosecution right now is that they are resorting to this tactic na lang, of resorting to a smear campaign using the closing or opening statements dito sa kanilang presentation of witnesses. Pag hindi nila makuha yung gusto nila, they will resort to injecting words like scam, she was the architect, she was the mastermind, sound bites para pag mag-stick ito sa utak ng mga nanonood. That's a good strategy, kung ang gusto mo ay to sway public opinion. But the problem for the prosecution right now is that no one is really watching you. Kakaunti na lang ang nanonood at may interest dito sa mga sinasabi nyo. I think many people have already come to the conclusion that this impeachment proceeding, after 450 million pesos, with millions of Filipinos na nakalubog sa baha at sa hirap na dinadanas nila sa mga palpak na proyekto ng flood control, yung mga issue na ito sa Bulacan, yung mga leader na pinagagalitan yung mga tao, pati yung mga mayor, sinasabihan yung mga tao na mahiya naman kayo. The people are getting irritated by this brazen display of arrogance, yung kayabangan, yung kapalaluan ng mga pinuno natin. Ito rin ang nakikita natin dito sa Senado sa kasalukuyan. Yung mga senador, tinatawag na stupido yung mga testigo, na para bang ang tatalino nila. Hindi ito nakakataka sa mata ng mga tao. At sa tingin ko, ang nabubuo sa puso ng mga tao ngayon ay hindi kalinawan, kundi inis dito sa nangyayari sa ating pamahalaan. But I don't know if this is designed also by the administration or by the prosecution na inisin pa ng inisin ang mga tao. But if ang desire nila is to go to a point where they will be able to raise enough evidence to convict Sara Duterte, as of the moment, there is none. Kung gusto man nila ay masiraan si Sara Duterte sa publiko, again, it hasn't happened as of today, after 18 days. Malaking porsyento na they're nearly at the 20th percent mark ng kanilang presentation, and they haven't gone anywhere. I think ang nangyayari dito is that the people are way ahead of the prosecution. Bago pa man sila magpresenta ng kanilang ebidensya, alam na ng mga tao kung ano ang kanilang gagawin. Bakit? Sapagkat ang mga tao ngayon, ang mga iskumbro ng Pilipinas, patuloy na nagmamasid, nakikilahok, nag-aaral. Kasi alam na naming lahat, mahirap talagang makialam ang taong walang alam. God bless you, God bless us all. Mabuhay ang Republika ng Pilipinas. We are the resistance.